AI app development is completely insane now. It's mind-blowing that you can vibe code anything your heart desires in a matter of minutes as a complete beginner. You can literally build out an entire redistribution system on top of your existing AI automations and start selling it to clients this week. You can take any of your marketing, your sales flows, turn them into custom dashboards. You can take your ChatGPT prompts, your content generation workflows, all of those manual processes that you've been using inside of Claude or ChatGPT, and turn them into sellable products that clients will actually pay monthly subscriptions for. So this isn't just about building apps, it's about finding ways to take your ideas and to monetize your AI knowledge without needing a bunch of developers to do it. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to build out different systems using a tool called Lovable. So let's jump right in. So Lovable, you've probably heard of it. If you haven't, it's basically a tool where we can write prompts and it will create front-end applications for us. I guess you can connect to backend as well. And today I'm going to take one of the things that I've been doing in my business day after day, and we're going to turn it into an app. And that's basically redistributing my YouTube content on other platforms. So let's just say something like, let's create a content redistribution system that takes my YouTube videos, it takes a YouTube video URL, and then it pulls the transcript of that YouTube video, and then we get different video ideas from it. We get different social media post ideas from it, and it basically allows me to take all the content that I've been creating and working on and redistribute it across multiple different platforms, and seeing also macro trends in the AI landscape that I can understand and speak to in future videos. And so I just wrote that prompt. Now we're just going to run this. So boom, it's going to create a content redistribution system. And the thing with vibe coding is that, you know, with Lovable 2.0 and all these new tools, it's getting better and better at error handling. And so, you know, one of the biggest things is just thinking beforehand what you want it to create. This is kind of just on the spot, so we'll see how good it goes. But if you want to like 10x the quality of these apps that you're building, go to Claude and say, you know, create me a 10-step plan to build out an app in Lovable, and then use that as the prompt, right? And so as this is working here, it's saying, boom, for the first version, here's all of this stuff. We're going to use this design. We can actually give it examples of systems that we like and designs that we like and have it try to emulate those. So if we go into here, we can see that it's literally writing all this code for us right now. So I'm actually going to go back. I'm going to show you kind of a more macro trend while this is loading. So the idea here is you just start with a concept. What is an app? Everyone has app ideas. Everyone has business ideas. Now, if you don't actually implement them and ship them, then what are you doing? So basically, if it only takes like literally 10 minutes to build an MVP, you gotta, you know, build it. And so the concept is like, maybe you have a social media redistribution app, a sales platform app, maybe you have an app that solves a specific operational problem for a business. You use Lovable to generate an MVP. Then you have Lovable also go and fix the errors. You maybe customize it with specific feature sets that you want. Maybe you have one dev on staff to kind of look it over and make sure that there's no big glaring errors. But if not, like if it's not a high risk app where a bunch of people could come, like if it's just for a specific client, you probably don't need to do that. And then you literally just deploy it to a website in a matter of minutes, and then you maybe polish it off and you go and you send it to your client, or you start using it internally for your team. You could literally have a tool set of dozens of different custom applications built on top of your specific infrastructure for the specific problems that you're solving. I personally built out sales and marketing systems internally for my business. It's all living in tools like ClickUp, N8N, Make.com. But now with Lovable, I can interact with these tools so much better. So vibe coding, if you've never heard of vibe coding is essentially allows you to deploy apps easily, allows you to basically be able to ship ideas and get minimum viable products without developers. And then maybe you bring in developers later if the platform grows enough and you need like some really solid error handling in there. It allows you to edit visually. You do not need to code. Like, you don't even need to see the code. I could just go and toggle the code setting off. So I think it's this one. Yeah, and then it's just only going to show me the preview, and it allows you to build in minutes. As you'll see by the end of this video, we will literally create an MVP of this app in a matter of minutes. And so that's the essence of vibe coding. You want to just go through this loop. You have a concept, an MVP, you customize it, you deploy it, then you go back to the concept phase, and then you go through this process again, and you're just going through this loop, right? From concept to MVP to deploy back to concept, and you're just going through this reciprocal feedback loop, this cycle, and you're improving your app, you're making it better. So now let's go back and see what it's doing. So it's continuing to write us code here. It's writing us a bunch of index.tsx files. I'm not a coder, I'm not a programmer. I don't know what any of this means. I mean, I took an introductory Java course in high school, and that was about it. So I can imagine these are different functions, these are variables, these are calling other functions, something like that, but really I don't really know what's going on here. We have the HTML, which is looking like it's going to spin up the preview. And so now it's saving changes, and let it load. There we go. So you can see, as we were speaking, this video got this platform got created, and these buttons don't work yet. But let's say I take a YouTube video. So let's go to one of my YouTube videos. I should probably put in my last name. All right, so let's take this video I just released an hour ago, copy the link address, paste it in, extract content, and boom. Oh, it just reloaded. So it pulled in the video, it pulled in the, okay, look how crazy this is. It pulled in the transcript, and that's not actually the transcript, so it didn't actually pull in the transcript. So you probably need to connect some sort of API. It'll probably ask us to connect different things, to connect Supabase, which is like kind of like the database here, generating us content ideas for these different systems, key insights, topics, engagement strategy for this video. And so if we were to connect it to my actual YouTube account, my YouTube system, we'd probably have a better one here. But let's go into the design aspect. So let's say SaaS design aesthetics. So if I go into SaaS design aesthetics, and let's find something that looks really nice, or let's just say SaaS UI beautiful design aesthetics. Maybe we'll add an inspiration in here as well. Okay, that's pretty cool. This one looks pretty solid. This one looks okay. This one, let's maybe choose one of these. So I'm gonna choose, I personally like the dark mode stuff. So that's yellow though. Boom, that looks pretty sweet. There we go. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm really just gonna copy this image. So I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna copy the image, and I'm gonna go back to our app, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna say, now recreate it using the image below as a UI design aesthetic. Image attached as a UI design aesthetic. And so now we can see like, okay, this like, it's a decent platform, but you know, it looks pretty templated. So now we're just gonna let it recreate it in the specific design aesthetic, and then maybe we can go in and we can ask it to create the dashboard, the history, the templates. We can have it go and update these, and we can have it go and update the connection to YouTube, and so on and so forth. And so I'm actually just going to pause this and let this run so you can see the output of it, so we don't have to wait another 5 minutes, but you can see that it's going. It's telling me it's going to update it into a dark theme with gradient cards, with data visualization, which I don't think we need, but a sidebar. Okay, and now it's writing these files, so I'll come back in a couple minutes. Okay, so I want to show you what just happened. Basically I got an error. So there was an error in the code, something didn't compile correctly. You can see that it literally just says try to fix, and if I click that, it's going and it's figuring out what the error is. and then it's going, and it's literally just going to try to debug itself. I don't have to be a programmer. If something breaks, it just goes and fixes itself. And it goes in here. It looks like it was from a React hook. Here's a cannot read property. It's trying to fix these issues. It's updating the codes. It's updating this component of the code. And you can see, as a non-developer, as a non-programmer, this thing is just taking the wheel. Okay, so after about 30 seconds, we can now see this updated solution: average content engagement, new videos, monthly posts, average views. So it's like, what types of videos are we targeting? And then if we go on here, we paste a URL to a video. Let's say I go to Ethan Nelson. I take the video again. Let's see what it does. So if we go here, copy link address, paste it in, extract content, we can see that it's going now, and it's taking the, again, I'll have to ask it, can you connect to a YouTube API or scraper so we can get the actual transcript? And so I'll ask it to do that, but you can see it's much more visually appealing. There's dashboards here. We can add in the analytics and have like each of these aspects of the app get built out. We can tell it to build out each of these and connect them. And then the specific trends. It's a very similar app, but it just looks a lot nicer. And so now we're going to ask it to connect to YouTube so that we can actually pull in real transcript data, so we can work with like actually improving this video and making it better, and so on and so forth. And so there's a YouTube API or scraper, YouTube utility file to use YouTube's official API. And so it looks like it's literally just going, and it's going to just build out some sort of YouTube scraper, and so that we can get real data in here. And then the next thing we can do is we can go in and we can, connect different databases and connect, like, basically say, can you connect the data view? Can you link all of the things on the sidebar to different aspects of the application? But again, 5 minutes of telling and putting an app idea into this, and it says no API required. So boom, you can now enter a URL. Oh, heck yeah. Okay, so now let's try this one more time. So if I add this in, it says that it connected it to YouTube. Couldn't retrieve the actual transcript. Maybe it's, let's try a different video. Let's look up vibe marketing. I think there's a video from Jesse something, Craig, that I like. Here, we'll just use his video. So boom, extract content. Okay, so again, you just go back and forth. So now what I would do is I would literally just go in here, and then I would say, like, this is the error, can you fix it? Boom. And now it's gonna go and it's gonna try and actually just go and fix this for us. So that is a wrap. That is the essence of vibe coding for a beginner. If you want to go, you could literally just go and publish this. So if I click publish, it might have me try to sign up to a paid plan. This was all in the free plan, by the way. But I could literally just put this URL into my browser and then, just see this. I could send this to my friends. I could send this to a prospect, a client. And yeah, it looks like it's asking me to publish it. So it's trying to publish it. Then they would literally just go to this URL, and then boom, they would be able to see the finished product. And so if you found this valuable, if you want to dive deeper, you can head over to my community, AI Agents University. We have people in here asking other people to build them agents. We have business owners. We have people just starting out. We have lead gen calls to help you find and get in front of new clients. A bunch of AI agent templates. So if you're looking to build your first agent, learn prompt engineering, figure out how to have Claude workflows to create agents, email agents, marketing agents, sales systems, the email personalization system I use for all of my clients that's making me thousands of dollars every single month. All of these are directly in here, and we have calls in here as well. So and I'm creating new calls every single week. So, you know, we're looking at technical support calls. We're looking at marketing system calls. So I'll probably do this marketing system one where we actually go and build out Vibe marketing systems, and then N8N systems, agent builds, that sort of stuff. So that is in the description if it's valuable for you. And I hope this video was interesting, and I hope you got value from it, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.